So, has anybody heard of Bubba the Love Sponge? I'm from the Northeast, so I've never heard of Bubba the Love Sponge, but I hear that this is a big libertarian radio show. So today we have Brent Hatley, who is the executive producer of Bubba the Love Sponge. Give him a hand.
Thank you. How is everybody tonight? It's good to see people here for the cause of liberty. You know, it was Patrick Henry that said, "Give me liberty or give me death." Well, we've reached that crossroads in America today. And if this election doesn't spell it out for you, then nothing will. But you're here, so I know that it has. You've got the media telling you that you've got nothing but a false choice in Barack Obama and Mitt Romney, which I can't tell the difference between the two of them. They're fighting over which rights they're going to take away from you next. We can't have that, ladies and gentlemen. We absolutely can't have that. Our rights are slipping away. You have a Patriot Act passed by a Republican president that robo-signed from France by Barack Obama, so that's what they think of you and your rights. They think that they should be able to go see what books you read. Read the Patriot Act, open it to any page and read it, and there's a violation of your constitutional rights. And ladies and gentlemen, while America watches Jersey Shore and the Kardashians sleepwalks through life, they're going to turn around one day and realize that they're living in a police state and they're being robbed blind and they're slaves to this system, because every day that they work, over half of their paycheck is going to the federal government to waste on who knows what. And let me tell you something right now, your economic liberty is tied to your personal liberty. If the government takes the money that you work for and you're a slave to that system, they will always control you. So your economic liberty is number one. And then that affects your personal liberty, and then that affects your spirit. But our forefathers, the thought of liberty to our forefathers was so strong that they broke away from a tyrant. They were labeled treasonous for breaking away from King George, but liberty in their hearts is what got them to fight on, losing battle after battle in the freezing snow. George Washington rallied his troops to cross the Delaware at Trenton and beat the Hessians because he believed in liberty. And as George Washington said in his final address to this nation, the two-party system would be the downfall of this nation. If he could see things today, he'd have no idea how right he was. Now, I supported Ron Paul, and I'm supporting Gary Johnson now. And I'll never vote for another politician that believes in Keynesian economics as long as I live. Keynesian economics is a worldwide failure, and they're doubling down on it. The entire world is in debt because of Keynesian economics. The Austrian School of Economics is the only way to go. And your individual liberty and your individual freedom is directly tied to your economic freedom. But what can we do to get more people to come to the cause of liberty? Well, the Democrats and Republicans, something that we can take from them is they really dumb it down. And we need all of you that are intelligent here to be leaders. Because everybody in our country is not a leader. There's some followers. And we need to bring some followers to our side. Some people that are going to go with what us leaders say and follow us. Because the Democrats and Republicans have it. You saw in 2004, the Republicans dumbed it down to we got to fight them over there so we can't fight them over here, which to all of us that have a brain in our head is asinine. And then Barack Obama dumbs it down for his crowd to one word: hope. So we've got to talk to our neighbors and our friends, and we've got to simplify the message of liberty and make them understand what economic freedom, and personal liberty means for them in their lives. We got to show them the businessman will be free of crushing regulations. You'll have the artist that's free of censorship. You'll have the gun owner and the hunter free from government thugs wanting to take their weapons away from them so they can't defend themselves anymore. We've got to make it personal for people, our neighbors, our friends, our families, our co-workers. We've got to say to them what freedom means to them as an individual. And that's what we need to work on, because all of us Everybody in this hall that believes in the cause of liberty, every one of you are intelligent people, and you should be commended for being here and commended for being committed to the cause of liberty. I can tell you, that's something to be proud of. All of you are very smart people. But we've got to bring, and ladies and gentlemen, this is the reality of the situation, is we've got to bring our friends along without telling them that they're not as smart as we are, but we've got to bring them along and make them understand why liberty is important to them. Because if you don't make them understand why, you're going to get more Barack Obamas or worse, and you're going to get more Mitt Romneys or worse, and more George W. Bushes or worse. You're going to get cronyism, corporatism, nepotism, and people that are just robbing you blind and more corruption. It's a dire situation. So each and every one of you, if you can commit to converting 10 people by the end of the year to the cause of liberty, you know, we'll all come a long way. And that word will spread. Because freedom and liberty is contagious. Your individual freedom is important. I was a United States Marine, and I joined the Marine Corps for one reason. I love the Constitution. I love the Bill of Rights. And to see it melt in front of us, and to see the Democrats and Republicans think that it's a living document or it's like ice cream, easily melted, is really an affront to everybody that's worn the uniform in this great country. You take an oath when you join our military. You take an oath to defend and uphold and defend the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Taliban are in Afghanistan. The enemies of the Constitution are right here. And they're going to be right in downtown Tampa next week. Those are the enemies of the Constitution. Those are the people that want to take your rights away. And we've got to stand up and fight and say, enough is enough. Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, they fought for the Bill of Rights to be added into the Constitution. And it was a hard fight for them. It was a nasty, bitter fight. But I think that we should honor the memory of Thomas Jefferson and James Madison and the Bill of Rights by fighting for them. You've got to be eternally vigilant in the cause of liberty and the cause of freedom. And I'm encouraged that all of you are here and all of you are awake and you all understand. But we've got to make our friends and neighbors understand that without liberty, this country can go away very, very fast. And you can see what's going on in Europe right now. It's going down the tubes. Socialism doesn't work, my friends. It does not work. Fascism doesn't work. Corporate control of the government doesn't work. Government spending doesn't work. What works is getting the government out of your way and allowing you to live your life the way you want to live it. It's not my place to tell you what to do. And it's not the government or some bureaucrat who's been taking your money, feeding on your tax money. The audacity of somebody to take the money out of your pocket, feed on your tax money, and then tell you what to do. That's a lot of chutzpah, ladies and gentlemen. And we need to stand up and say enough's enough. Enough of the oppressive taxes, enough of the gun regulations, enough of the oppressive regulations in business, enough of the censorship, and enough of the rigged elections. The way Ron Paul was treated, my friends, was a disgrace to this country. That was not fair what was done to Ron Paul, not at all. How many states did he win and the media didn't even report that he won it? I mean, come on. The media's in on it. But the good news, ladies and gentlemen, is you have the internet. Get to your friends on the internet. Talk to your friends. People choose what they consume these days. Direct them to places that unite in the cause of liberty. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for your vigilance and your commitment to the cause of liberty. I'm Brent Hatley from the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, former Marine. I'm yours in liberty, and together